And then last was premium experiences. So these are pretty cool. Obviously, they have like Cameo. You could ask your favorite creator to sing happy birthday to grandma. But imagine these things, right? Bassjackers allowed the winner of their auction to name their brand new single. Ryan Tedder offered up studio time and one-on-one Zoom calls. Jake Paul gave the winner access to fights and parties. So all of those things are obviously authentic to the creator themselves, which is awesome. So you may ask, if I want to launch an NFT, why would I launch with Origin? There's so many platforms out there. Well, I would say the main reason is you are fully in control, right? It's a direct-to-fan, customized experience where you're maintaining control over your brand. So what I mean by that is you're creating your own storefront. You are building your NFTs, selecting the sales format, customizing the site design, and deploying your own smart contract, right? So it's your world, essentially. The team itself, pretty lean team. We only have about 20, maybe almost 25 employees now. But it's an experienced team. Both of our founders are serial entrepreneurs, one of which was an early product manager at YouTube. One of our engineers was actually the co-founder of PayPal. Our marketing guy, creator in residence, spent a lot of time at Instagram and YouTube. I myself was fairly early on at Lyft. I don't know if ride sharing really helps much here, but the whole point is we're able to navigate, rough waters, and we have a pretty seasoned team. And why did I tell you about all these celebrities and name drop all this stuff? Well, we have essentially productized the same technology that we provided them, and we packaged it up and turned it into Origin Story. So that is the platform that we are launching publicly on December 6th. So the same platform that powered all these record-breaking sales, that $2 million cask of whiskey, the $11.7 million sale for Blau. Now you too can sell your NFT for $11.7 million. So essentially, we're opening this up for anyone and everyone. To go over some sales formats, so we have 3 currently. First being an open edition. It's a flash sale, if you're unfamiliar. There's no supply predetermined. And you're essentially running the sale for a determined amount of time. So whether that's 30 minutes, 48 hours, a week, you're running this sale and selling as many as humanly possible, right? So your supply might end up being 6, or it might end up being 6,000. Limited edition's a bit different because you are setting the supply. So you're saying it is a fixed quantity sale. You're saying, hey, there will only ever be 100 of these NFTs. And for both of these, we accept Ethereum and credit card payments. Credit cards have a $10,000 limit, and you do have to be approved by Stripe, which I'll dive into a bit more later. And the last sales format we currently offer is a traditional one-of-one auction. That's pretty self-explanatory. There is one single unique NFT, and it is bid on in an auction. You can also sell a one-of-one at a fixed price if you please. Another cool feature is you get a built-in secondary marketplace. So not only do you have your custom storefront, but you actually also have a marketplace where secondary sales can happen. So if you're a creator that is a bit more careful around your brand and your image, and perhaps you want to have your NFTs be in an exclusive space, not next to other NFTs that don't support that same brand or image, you can do this right here on Origin Story on your own marketplace. Obviously, we don't want to gate people from selling on other marketplaces, kind of defeats the purpose and the whole ethos. So if a buyer or collector purchases your NFT and takes it to OpenSea, for example, the smart contract you deploy on Origin Story has metadata honoring the royalty. So somebody could buy your piece, go to OpenSea, sell it for 100 times more, and you'll still see a royalty to your Origin wallet, right? So in the future, ideally, that becomes ecosystem-wide. There are people working on it, like Royalty Registry. We're working on it, but it's a big problem. But for the most part, Majority of secondary sales happen on OpenSea, and your bases are covered there. All right, this is the best slide. So, Ogn Fee Refund Program. So I'm basically talking about fees and commissions here. So what does it cost to do a drop on Origin Story? Well, we're actually going to let you do it for free. And the way that works is most, or I shouldn't say most, some platforms charge 15% on the primary sale as a commission. Instead of that, we're actually going to let you take 15%. We're going to let you buy OGN, which is our governance token. It's available on Binance and Coinbase. We're going to lock it up for 6 months, and then we're going to give it all back to you, right? So you're earning a stake in our network, right? You're getting equity in our platform, in our network, and we're not taking a penny. We're not taking any commission, anything. Why are we doing this? Well, it aligns us, right? It aligns incentives with you as creators and with us as a platform, because you now have equity and stake, and you want us to succeed. You're going to give valuable feedback. You're going to help the product be better. You're going to refer other creators. So instead of paying to do your drop, use our platform for free, and OGN to. So collectors-only experiences. Some ideas of this, it's essentially NFTs as access tokens. So what that means is, if you wanted to be able to provide your collectors something unique and special to them, whether that's a private Discord chat or a private Telegram channel, or perhaps maybe you're a YouTube creator and you have unlisted videos that you only want collectors to access. It could be collectors-only merchandise, like what the Bored Apes did, right? You can only access and purchase this merchandise if you are a collector. We're working on that. That's something that's in the very, very near term, and you'll be able to provide that same cool, unique experience to your own fan base. Oh, skipped one. Okay, bringing NFTs to the masses. So that is probably one of our biggest goals at Origin. We want to help drive mainstream adoption for this. So there's a couple ways we can do this. The main ways are obviously reducing friction for creators and reducing friction for collectors. Seems pretty logical, right? So how do we do that? Well, let's start with creators. One big thing we do, and it's by design, is what's called slow minting or lazy minting. And so what I mean by that is you do not have to pre-mint your NFTs. So on some platforms, you may have to, say you're making a limited edition, and it's 1,000 pieces, and it's on Ethereum, right? So there's 1,000 NFTs that you're minting up front. Maybe on a good day with the gas and minting costs, maybe let's say it's 50, 60 bucks per NFT. You're dropping 50 grand, 60 grand just to create the NFTs without even getting a sale. I don't know about you guys, but I do not have that much money to put up front. That's a lot of capital. So instead, what we do is, as mentioned, it's this lazy or slow minting where we actually mint just in time at the point of sale. So you do not have to pay the minting cost until that NFT is being sold, right? So that allows you to not compromise how you want to structure or build. You can get as crazy or wacky with your ideas as possible, and you can test and experiment more, right? So another piece is Polygon. So we're launching Polygon in the next week or two. It'll be live basically by the time anyone gets their hands on this. And as opposed to Ethereum, where I told you it could be $50, $60 per NFT, Polygon, it's literally a penny, sometimes a fraction of a penny to mint, right? So in that case, the cool part here is you can actually pass on that savings to your buyer. If you were to create a $5, a $10, $20 NFT on Ethereum, you're literally already at a loss. It doesn't even make sense. On Polygon, you can sell a $5 NFT because it costs you a penny. So when you think about a consumer or the average person wanting to buy these things, like your cousin, your mom, if they were on Instagram, the only thing they know about NFTs is like Post Malone bought an ape for $726,000, right? It just seems so ridiculous. But if a creator can list an NFT for $15, and it's somebody I'm trying to support, and there's a utility, oh, maybe it makes more sense. I could buy that. It's not that bad. And then last but not least, credit card payments. So we are partnered with Stripe. We're one of the few platforms that is. And obviously, they're a huge payment processing giant. And so you, if approved, they're a bit strict because of it's crypto and NFTs, it's all new. I'm sure they'll get more lenient as time goes on. But if accepted, you can accept credit card payments, right? And so what that means is the person visiting your site does not have to know how to buy Ethereum. They don't have to know what MetaMask is. They can literally create an account by entering their email and a password on your custom storefront. They enter in their credit card, they purchase the NFT, and boom, they now own an NFT. Simple as that. It's obviously, we keep it in a managed wallet for them, and then when they're ready and to enter Web3 a bit further, they can get their own digital wallet like a MetaMask, and they can transfer the NFT to themselves. So those are a couple ways. We're trying to reduce as many barriers as possible and just help get NFTs in as many hands across the world. So next, developer API. This is something we're working on. Our team's pretty keen on this, but essentially it just allows you to plug into our backend, our tech, what we've built, and you can build on top of it. You can build integrations, you can build custom applications. So this is likely 3-6 months out, probably less, but something pretty cool and excited to see what that looks like soon. So if you are interested in checking out Origin Story, like I said, the public launch will be December 6th, give or take a day. Don't quote me on that. But if you are a creator, like I said, we want to democratize NFT creation. We want to make it available to all. When I was name dropping all those celebrities and brands earlier, we want to bring the same technology we gave them to the average person. So if you have an NFT or you're making NFTs and you have an idea of how you want to structure the sale, you could literally get access to the platform. You could probably piece together your site in a day, probably less, maybe in an afternoon, and you can hit the ground running, really. So it's just story.xyz. There's a QR code here. If you're curious, you can find me after this. You can also just visit our Telegram, our Discord. You can DM us on Twitter, DM me on Twitter. And yeah, thank you so much. Humbled to be on stage today. I appreciate all of you. Enjoy the rest of the conference.